What is up, Broncos country? Mile high salute to y'all. It's been a while. We missed you guys. I hope you guys had a happy Thanksgiving. I'm your host, Dak. With me today is Kinley. How are you, bro? How was your Thanksgiving?
It was great, always excited when the Chiefs get a loss, and my Thanksgiving was 10 times better watching them lose. But last night, almost had a heart attack, but happy late Thanksgiving, everybody. Hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving. Let's get into today's topic.
Yeah, bro. The Broncos, it was a gritty win. The Broncos win 27-26 overtime in a thriller that had probably some of the East. Those of you that were on the East Coast probably went to bed prior, before the game ended. For some of you that weren't Broncos fans, but this is the
on this
Buck and
one.
Pod. So I hope all of you guys watched the game for the Broncos, because if not, you missed the thriller at the end. The Broncos. This was a game, dude. I thought honestly the game was going to be a blowout, but egg on my face, bro. You look at the standings. I think a lot of us as fans overlook teams, right? Despite the record, we put too much thought into the record. And at the end of the day, we kind of have to say, hey, this is the NFL. These guys are professionals. So they're going to show out. And despite us being 10 and now we're 10-2, but I think we're going to get everybody's best, being that we're on a win streak and on top of the AFC, bro. But run me through your feelings for that game.
I mean, it was, oh God, we talk about elite defense. We definitely didn't see it last night. I don't know what was wrong with our defense tackling. People seem like they were always open, but mainly it's just like tackling was a big issue. I know Hufanga had played through a sickness and stuff like that, but it was everybody. Everybody really was not wrapping up. Hopefully we'll get that cleaned up. Like you feel like your defense is bound to have one of those games where they just don't look like themselves, and maybe they overlooked the Commanders. But the Commanders threw everything in the kitchen sink at us. I will give them credit. They gave us everything they had. Offensive wise, I thought we did some good things. Besides running the ball, that wasn't good. Matter of fact, it was non-existent. Asking Bo to throw 47 times. I know Sean Payton loves to throw the football. I know that's what he wants, but it's key. And even Sean Payton said this going into the playoffs, like you're going to need a strong defense and a strong run game. And we have the defense, but that run game is non-existent right now. We need to get back to running the football effectively.
Definitely agree with that notion. I mean, last night's game, we ran the ball 23 carries, 87 yards, bro. And 3.8 yards
Nick Marvin Mims run.
Right. This was I felt like this game should have been like a get right game. After that Chiefs game, you and I had talked behind the scenes, like the Broncos will get the run game going against the Commanders. They're bottom tier of the league, but they had other plans, So I'm a little nervous going into the next matchup against the Raiders, but that's another topic of discussion. But I want to see a body added to this running back room. Maybe somebody with a little bigger profile that can run in between the tackles, that can spare RJ Harvey. You get that thunder and you get that lightning kind of combo that we had with J.K. Dobbins and RJ Harvey. You know what I mean? So I'm a little uneasy about that aspect. I mean, you rely on the arm of Bo Nix, who balled out today. Would he be a gridiron player of the game? Do you agree?
I agree. Oh yeah, Bo carried the team, like not just the offense, the team, because the defense wasn't the defense last night. So the defense needed Bo to score points. And coming out that first drive, Bo looked the most composed, like he just legit was checking, reading, going through his reads. And Bo looked comfortable. That overtime drive, he looked
unbelievable.
Right. And so like Bo is definitely a gridiron player of the game. Like there's no doubt about it. He put the team on his back.
For sure.
Yeah.
321 yards passing, dude. Like this was I felt like a shootout between the two quarterbacks in a way, right? It was both teams were kind of forced to beat you through the air. I mean, granted, we talk about our running game struggling, but I felt like we were gashed on the run game on the Commanders, gashing our defense. Marcus Mariota, bro, I think he had his best imitation of Jaden Daniels, bro. 10 carries, 55 yards, and I mean he had 50 passing attempts, which is ridiculous. 294 yards passing, dude. But dang, that was tough. One interception by Dre Greenlaw.
Boy, by my
I
boy, I
kind
was
of
happy
felt
to
like that
see
was a
that.
big moment too to get that interception. What about you, bro?
Oh yeah, that was literally what was it, 3-0? You know, and they're driving down the field. You know, you get that interception, you turn 3 points into it. We need to work on getting in the end zone. You know, our red zone needs to be a
Yeah.
little better. But you know, I love it. Yeah, you know, we forced a turnover. We should have had another pick later on. Jade missed a game sealing interception. Oh God, you got to hold on to that. But you know, I'm not going to apologize for the win.
No.
No one should apologize. Like it's the NFL. Any given Sunday, like you said, these are professionals. You should never apologize for a win, no matter how it comes. So I could care less. At the end of the day, as long as it's a W, it's all that matters.
And it kind of leads me to the next topic of the discussion. Like we talked about the record, but the Denver Broncos at the end of the day found a way to win despite winning by one in overtime to a inferior opponent. You look around the league and the Rams, the Eagles, the Chiefs, the Colts, who's and battling for first round bye, lost
Hell,
to
even
the
the
Texans,
Falcons lost to the Jets.
Jets. So, like I said, it is the NFL. But the thing about this team is if you find a way to win, right? And not everybody could say that they've won 10 games. There's only a couple teams right now in the NFL that have won 10 games. The Patriots and the Denver Broncos right now.
Yours truly.
Yeah. So people could call it what they want, but I'm taking a dub every day. I'm not making any excuse. You could call us frauds or what have you. But looking around the league, I think every team is flawed. Is the word I would like to is the term I would like to use when comparing teams. In all honesty, man. But you and I were also talking behind the scenes about this wide receiver core, and not only the wide receivers, but Evan Ingram was involved in this game. 6 receptions, 79 yards, and he was targeted 9 times, bro. And we
Yeah,
found success through the year with him.
yeah, and like this is what we've been waiting to see. And I hate hearing the word Joker. Like I'm so tired of hearing it, but I'm just glad that we got Evan Ingram involved, and especially over the middle of the field. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
legit, we called it zig routes, hitting them with that in and out or that out and in. You know, he got Bobby Wagner twice, and it was just beautiful
he
to see.
did.
And then he turned on the Jets. I'm like, look at Evan Ingram run, but he came in. He came in clutch. You know, but I'm glad to see that we got him involved, and we also. I don't want to make this seem like a shot at Troy Franklin, but we didn't force feed Troy Franklin. Like we didn't
Right,
force feed him at all. You know, if the ball's there, the ball's there. But if it's not,
right.
it's not. We're not forcing him the ball. 14, we got him involved. Six targets, I believe, 5 catches for 62 yards, I believe. And a touchdown. Like you have to find ways to get Cortland Sutton more involved. Yes, he has a safety over the top, helping with that corner
Yeah,
majority of the time, but we got to move him around. We got to do something. 14 good things happen when 14 gets the ball,
right.
and that's a fact. Okay. But Pat, I believe we're seeing Pat Bryant grow into this wide receiver
Oh,
2 role. And he's growing as the game goes along. Like he's climbing up the depth chart. He had a couple of drops in the first half, a couple of
Mr.
bad drops,
Reliable.
but he made up for him. He made up for him.
Yeah,
And I think the more opportunities that go along, the better he'll get. I really do. But it just shows you how well Pat Bryant is coming along, and his blocking ability is stellar.
yeah, bro. He really had a good himself a game as well. And we had 10 different players touch the ball yesterday, bro, which it goes to show, like we've said many times, the offense runs smoother when we spread the ball around to different players, you know.
Right.
So yeah, and another guy that I really like that's grown on me within this offense is Adam Prentice at fullback. He's been really nice, dude. I mean, that kind of like, not to jump off topic, but that might
Yeah.
he might be our full-time fullback. It sounds funny to say, but
I would be
move
okay
for the
with that.
future.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'd be okay with that. I think you definitely need to try and bring him back. I know that we're not talking about that kind of topic. We're talking about the game, but he's shown the last couple of weeks that his pass blocking ability can catch out the backfield. You know, fullback dives. I believe he's doing such a great job, and I don't see how you let him walk. But that's another topic for another day, people.
yeah, I agree with you, bro. I definitely agree. Um, Another thing, do you think that the AFC West is wrapped up at this time?
You know how I am. I'm a one game at a time. It's the player in me, one game at a time. There's still more games to play until I see that it's week 18 and the Broncos are in first place and they got the little X or Y next to their team name when it says like clinch division and like that's what I'm waiting for. It ain't no big
Okay,
deal.
yeah, you got to clinch the division. You got to have, the job isn't done yet, dude.
Right.
If I'm being honest, right? We got a lot to work to do. I know you're in the notion of one game at a time type of thing. I get that. I understand. I try not to get ahead of my skis. Sometimes I'm more optimistic than others, and that's okay. That's just the fan in me, right? But damn, to celebrate 10 wins, 10-2, atop of the conference and in the league as well. That's special, dude. But I wanted to point out real quick, now that we're on that, the Denver Broncos are the 1 seed, bro. And one thing I will say is the Broncos are 6-0 at home, 4-2 on the road. Having that first round bye, bro, I think for us getting to the big dance is very pivotal, bro. If we really want to get there, because I like our chances at home versus anywhere else. Honestly, the way we've been playing this year.
Oh yeah, you
So
always if to have a chance to play in the playoffs at home, like the road to the Lombardi goes through Denver. Like that's the best. Like, so of course you playing for the number one seed right now, and if you get the number one seed, that means you lock up the division. So, you know, why not? You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah,
I think they want it. We all want it. We want to, like you said, we're 6-0 at home. I'm not saying that we're scared to go on the road and we can't do it because
no,
clearly we have this year. But you feel more comfortable at home. Like you said, I believe the Broncos we haven't lost at home since sometime
last season.
last season. I don't even remember
Yeah,
when. Oh, versus the Chargers last season. So that was the last time we lost at home. So
man. 10-2 though. I can't fathom this. This is amazing. Bo Nix is 21-9, not including the playoffs as a starter. That's phenomenal, dude. He has the best record by far of all
20
the
and
rookie quarterbacks. 20-9. Excuse me.
but don't worry, come Sunday, 21-9. Um,
You saw what I was doing.
yeah,
You're picking up what I was
I got
putting
you back.
down.
Hey, I got you back. I got you back.
You got my back. Thank you, bro. All love, all love. We were talking about the wide receiver room. We talked about the running back room, about this game. What other things about this game, bro? Like,
I
tell me
mean,
your
other than the defense needing to clean up their shit, which I fully believe. Nick Benito, shout out to him. He's that guy. But even still, like, there's some stuff to clean up. Riley Moss, tough game. Heck of a catch by Burke. Really nothing you can do about that. But when the game's on the line, you can't be just slowing down and giving up a huge shot play to somebody who hasn't been doing much all season. That's just unacceptable. I understand you're probably gassed, you're tired out there, but still, game on the line, got to give full effort 100%. Doesn't matter where the ball is. You play your man. He's running down the field. You need to be running with him. But they clean that up. I'm sure defense will. VJ got a little bit too cute sometimes, letting Commanders convert so many third and longs. I've never seen that many third and longs converted in a single game. 3rd and 13, 3rd and
oh my
12, 3rd and 25. Like, let's not get too cute, okay? And let's just play our game and stop playing down to these competitions. Offensive wise, I love that both spreading the ball around. Sean Payton was some of his play calling. The play calling has been getting much better.
oh
And
yeah,
maybe that's a form of execution, or maybe it's a form of Sean trusting Bo a little bit more. Enough
collective,
of trick plays, though.
collective,
I
yeah.
don't think we've successfully had one good trick play yet. Um, I just enough with the trick plays. We're still doing the 3 running back rotation. I would love for us to, I don't know, somewhere out there, bring someone in. Doesn't seem like we're going to do it. Can seem like we're going to
No,
roll with RJ, Jaleel, and have Bidet come in at 3 running back rotation. Even though Sean Payton, I will keep saying this, stated last year that it was hard to get 3 running backs involved, yet here he is doing it. Still love you, Sean. I'm just trying to point out something that you probably forgetting. I don't know. Or maybe you do and you just don't care. But I would like for us to get somebody in this room, a bigger body, something. Probably won't happen. Hopefully, RJ can grow. And you kind of saw him it's another game where he kind of started growing towards the end, but there were some key holes he missed. I think there's like 3 runs where he missed and he wanted to bounce it outside. I'm like, oh no, trust your line. But shout out to Bo, shout out to the Broncos. We pulled it out of our ass. And we
One
got the
thing though,
dub.
dude. One thing I was going to talk about though, dude, is just the decision for the Commanders in overtime being, what the rules they changed, to kick off the ball to the Denver Broncos to start overtime.
You know what? I'm glad they
Have you
did
not
that.
watched the Broncos?
I'm glad, even still, like the defense of the Broncos, we were gassed. And so for that guy to say, oh, we want to give the offense the ball and them not go on offense, knowing that the defense is gassed and they've been on the field, I was kind of like, thank you, Lord. Like, I want to go
Yeah,
on offense. The defense
they
needs
gave
a break. So it was I'm so glad he made it. I'm so glad he decided to do that. So, but all in all,
thank you. I'm like,
the defense still gave up a touchdown, even though PS2 got picked, illegal pick, and even on the
oh my
game winner,
God.
it's still an illegal pick. And the
Right.
refs weren't calling it. The left tackle for the Commanders probably should have had like 9 false starts, but we can't say that because we got away with some stuff too.
Right. It was frustrating
Yeah,
collectively
on
as
both
a
sides. Yeah, we got away
officiating
with stuff
sides,
too.
yeah.
That's all right. What, like I said, only thing that matters is the dub at the end of the day.
Yeah, no, for sure. Well, bro, any final thoughts before we get out of here?
Well, apparently we brought in Elijah Moore for a visit, so we'll see if we sign him to the practice squad or not.
That'll
Clearly,
be it.
we're not okay with this receiver room because Burks, now Elijah Moore, clearly they're not as happy as the receiver room is. So say, but we'll see. We'll see if we get some breaking news
And
about
that's
that
funny
tonight
that
or
you
tomorrow.
talk. Yeah, and that's funny that you talk about Elijah Moore. Being in for a visit. He was released by the Bills.
Right.
Went to sign Cook. So now we're looking at Elijah Moore. I don't know. We'll find out. It'll be interesting though. But
Yep.
ladies and gentlemen, thanks for watching. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. We're chugging along. What are we at? 280
283 people. We need to get to
280.
300. Help us get there. We appreciate y'all, Broncos country. We love y'all. We're going to continue dropping more stuff. And like he said, like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. And remember, if it ain't about the Broncos, buck 'em.
Book them. Good
Peace.
night, y'all.